Okay, what's up, everybody? Good morning. Welcome to a Super Bowl Sunday edition of Morning Scone, presented by Brock, the Baton Rouge Orthopedic Clinic, Hudco Roofing, HudcoRoofing.com, Restored Motions, RestoredMotions.com, and ProCharge EV, ProChargeEV.com. Okay, everybody. Happy Super Bowl Sunday to everybody. Hope your day is off to an awesome start. Hope you had a great Saturday. Tiger basketball lost yesterday to Alabama. Hard fought game. Just got away from a better team. Beat them. Got away from them late. So we can talk a little bit about that if you want. But my guess is most of the conversation today will be about me getting towards Super Bowl 58 here, and the Pels also won last night. Had a late game, but late game up in in Portland, and snagged that one, which was good to see. So making the most of this West Coast road swing for New Orleans. You beat the Clippers, lost to the Lakers, beat Portland last night, and now they come closer to home. They'll play Memphis tomorrow, and then they're back home on Wednesday, take on the Wizards. So, all right, what do y'all think? Fire away, let's go. Super Bowl 58. I am on Kansas City. I know it's a very public play, but for me, it's very easy. I don't think that this is in any way thinking outside the box or anything. Patrick Mahomes is 10-1 against the spread as an underdog. Um, he lost a Super Bowl to Tom Brady. You're going to give me the best player with those odds? Yeah, I'm going to take Patrick Mahomes. So, I don't have any great reason otherwise. I think San Francisco, their roster 1 to 53 is better than Kansas City's. But I feel like we saw that plenty of years with the Patriots as well. And Tom Brady was just the best player in the world, and he rose up on the biggest stage. And I think probably looking at something similar. So, yeah, man, I think uh, I like the Chiefs to win. Um, and there's really no reason other than that. Because if I break it down, I guess I'd look at it like this. So, the odds makers have the Niners as it's 1.5 to 2, I guess, depending on who you do your business with. DraftKings has it at 2. Um, you know, I, I get it because the way they come up with lines is point spread value. So at you look at point spread value, and it makes sense when you look at these two teams because the Niners roster is better. I mean, they got 7 all pros on their roster, you know. And that doesn't include a guy like Deebo Samuel, who has been an all pro before, but wasn't this year mostly because of injury. But um anyway, well, actually, I just looked at a comment there from Jacob Bob who said, Matt, how do we explain the betting line? Seems like everyone is on the Chiefs. Yeah. So I mean, this is all stuff that I've learned, right? As sports gambling and sports betting has become more common and all the proficiencies and everything. And honestly, it's just been a good lesson I've learned from Jimmy, who's done this for 40 years. But um, so like you look at a team's point spread value based on their roster, the wins they've had, et cetera. I mean, it's one of the reasons why Baltimore was favored. Baltimore was at home, but they also had more wins against ranked teams and double digit wins and all that sort of stuff. So their point spread value went up. But what you don't consider with things like that when, when you're setting a line is like the intangible effect. Sometimes odds makers might, like you give points for home field or whatever. This is a neutral site game. So like if this was in Kansas City, the Chiefs might be a slight favorite. Neutral site, it's Niners. But the strange thing is that Kansas City is such a public team. That's the thing that makes me nervous is like if I look at DraftKings, um, it'll tell you where the money is. So like if I look at DraftKings, um, so 75% of the bets placed are on Kansas City. Um, that's on the money line. On the spread, 64% of the bets placed are on the Chiefs. So, I mean, the Chiefs are a very public team, and typically, Drew's awake, and typically, you when the public leans so heavily one side, you go the other way, and so there is reason to believe and think, hey, go San Francisco, but I'm just not betting against Patrick Mahomes. I mean, you 10-1 against the spread as an underdog. Not betting against him. Randall Offrek, good morning. Fitness, good morning. Rex, what's up? Larry Garner, Rivers Breed Love, Jason H, good morning, y'all. In transit to the Bacchus Den. Okay, man. Y'all enjoy the parade today, man. Y'all be safe if y'all are getting out there. Robert Mason, Kelly Gross, Bubba Smith, Ryan Stadler. Please, KC, safe the day. Michael Clark, what's going on? Chad Schaefer, parades and Super Bowl. Let's go. Yeah, man, I'm curious what it'll be like around New Orleans today. Like how many people will be locked into the Super Bowl, especially with Bacchus rolling tonight. So um, it's always interesting when you have a conflict like that. Brett DeGrow, what's up? Trying to win the $50,000. What $50,000? Our our station promotion. Yeah. So we so we have so there's all these different contesting platforms that you can subscribe to as a radio station. So the one that we have right now, or that they're running right now, that we're a part of, is you can win $50,000. You have to enter, and so your name has to be pulled. And if your name is pulled, you have to correctly guess the final score. So it's like not only does your name have to be pulled, but then you also have to correctly predict the final score. So those those types of promotions where there's virtually no shot of winning, those kind of annoy me. So it's not an in-house promotion, by the way. The $1,000 promotion that we're doing with Citizens Bank, that's an in-house promotion. This is a contesting platform for the Super Bowl, the $50,000 one. Hey, Dad, good morning. Austin Kidder, good morning. Looking forward to doing nothing today and watching the Super Bowl at home. My childhood punishments have become my adult goals. Michael Cook, what's going on? Brian Turner. Are the 2009 Saints the most underrated Super Bowl team in NFL history? I hate questions like that. I mean, Brian, I understand, like, every fan base would make some argument like that for their team. We're the most underrated this or that. I'm not trying to be dismissive, Brian. I just not only do I not know, do I not have a strong opinion on it, I don't care. I don't care at all. I don't care who's the most underrated, overrated, this or that. I just don't care. Like, you know what I care about? I got to watch the Saints win a Super Bowl. That's what I care about. So it was a great run. It was a magnificent season. I genuinely don't care what the rest of the NFL thinks about the '09 Saints. I'm just all I know is we got a ring and a Lombardi, and I'm totally good with that. That's plenty enough for me. And all the stuff that you put there is probably totally legitimate for the sake of argument, but I just um Cajun Country Bam is burning. Can we get a mini rant this morning? Donald Amy, Angela Perryman. The funniest part about the Bama stuff is how all of the Bama fans just keep flooding my mentions on all of these platforms. Like, they just can't quit me. It's like I am the first thing they think about, which is hilarious because in their mind, I'm obsessed with Bama, but I am just trolling the hell out of them, and they can and they just don't get it. Like, every time they respond, all it does is fuel my desire to do it more. Oh, man. Go Taylor's boyfriend. Um, Michael Clark, good morning. What song are you most excited to hear during the halftime show from Usher? So, I am very much uh, a My Way Usher fan. I understand. Look, yeah, it was the biggest song of the 2000s, but if you're going to give me My Way, You Got It Bad, You Make Me Wanna, you give me those, like I'm pretty excited. I'll be happy to see anything. I think Usher's going to crush it. Ursh. Let's see. Brian Turner, Cajun Country. Let's see. Scott Beckham. Good morning. Love the sound. Thank you. Dustin Thiels, Chance Babin, Lady Tigers take on Bama today. Men did what they could yesterday. Yeah, look, I mean, the LSU men, it's what we've talked about. They are just they're not this was never going to be a tournament team. And I'm happy with the way that they started conference play 3-1. They got some wins that they had a chance in some 50-50 games, but they also, missed opportunities to win at home against A&M and on the road against Georgia. So, I mean, you get those 50-50 games, you got to win them, and they've kind of split them so far. And then you're going to run up against teams that are better than you, like Tennessee and Alabama, and you're going to lose those. Like this week, you're going to Florida on Tuesday, and you're not going to win that one. I mean, we looked at the schedule, last week when they played Arkansas and said, look, you got to get this win against Arkansas because if you don't, look at what's ahead. Like it's Tennessee, Bama, Florida, South Carolina, Kentucky. You're not going to be favored in any of those 5 games. So if you didn't get the Arkansas win, you were staring down the barrel of a 9-game losing streak potentially. Listen, if you can find a way to steal one of those, great. But really, you just got to keep your head above water and not get so discouraged because the final 5, you can win any of them. You're home against Mississippi State, you're home against Georgia, you're at Vanderbilt, you're at Arkansas, which is always a tough place to play, and then you're home against Missouri. So you have a chance to finish really strong. You just got to get to that stretch and not be completely decimated. Please smash the like button if you would. If you're on YouTube, subscribe to the channel. Facebook, please like the Matt Moscona page, share the post. As always, we appreciate y'all for being there. Take this down a little bit so you're not just staring at so much of the ceiling. There we go. Let's see. Paul Herbert. I'm guessing it's Herbert, not A Bear, since there's the extra R. Morning, Matt. Do you do any parades? No, Paul, I don't, man. Last year I rode in the St. Patty's Day parade with the aesthetic medicine folks. Um, but man, it's just not something that I'm super interested in doing. I did Mardi Gras so heavily when I was younger, college and high school, college, and I just not super interested in packing up and going out to a crowd to stand on the side of the road and catch beads. I, I'm not. So if Drew was like aching to do it, of course we would. But you know, I don't think he even really understands, what Mardi Gras is. So, let's see. Colin Lawrence, Brock Purdy over 12.5 rush yards. Lock it. Well, I'll tell you, Here are I'll tell you the props that Randy McKay put out, and Jimmy will have his Sunday show today. Jimmy Out's Football Sunday, and so there'll I'm sure be more. But let's see. Here you go. If you're interested, here are all right. Here are the prop bets that I'm on, courtesy of Randy McKay. George Kittle over 49.5 receiving yards. So George Kittle receiving yards over. Brandon Ayuk receiving yards under 59.5. Brandon Ayuk under receiving yards. Deebo Samuel over 4.5 receptions. Deebo Samuel over 4.5 receptions. Juwan Jennings under 1.5 receptions. Juwan Jennings under 1.5 receptions. Those are the receiving props. Here's some rushing props. Patrick Mahomes over 25.5 rushing yards. I hope we don't get beat with a kneel down on that one, though. That would stink. So Patrick Mahomes over 25.5 rushing yards, and then Deebo Samuel over 16.5 rushing yards. So those are the props. Cortland, I don't know about underrated. Saints had the worst ranked total defense to win a Super Bowl in a long time. Cliff Nelson, good morning, Uncle Scone. Is there an RE20 app for my phone when I talk to women? I don't think the RE20 is the microphone I'm using. That's what he's referring to make it sound like this. I don't know. Elliot Doge, besides Clyde, are there many LSU players in this game? Well, Ty Davis Price is on the Niners, and Neil Farrell is also on the Chiefs. So I don't know if any of them are going to be active today. And I know Clyde was dealing with a slight injury, and I think at the middle of the week. Okay, Clyde's probable. That's good on the injury report. Good. Clyde's probable. Cool. Yeah, pulling for him. Right. Let's see. Sorry, I'm trying to get back to where I was. Jeff McKithen, good morning from Park City, Utah. It's kind of what everybody does during Mardi Gras weekend. Goes to Utah, goes skiing, or goes to Disney, right? Von Bluesman, what's up, Rex? Matt, seems like the Saints are hiring younger coaches to utilize the PFF and advanced metrics. Tom Brady said that defensive calls are probability based, not necessarily made on the field. I don't know necessarily that the Saints are hiring younger to use PFF analytics. I think, I think of the analytics and stuff like that when you talk about you going forward on fourth down and all that sort of 2-point conversions and all that stuff. I think it's just clear that they're trying to pluck branches off the Shanahan McVay tree, which I'm all for that, by the way. So, I think it's less to do with analytics and more to do with what they want to be offensively and stylistically. GameCube man, morning Matt. What do you think they do next Friday for the game with the high chances of rain? Talking about LSU baseball opener. I don't know. Haven't looked at the forecast, and that's still 5 days away. So it's Louisiana, man. Wait 10 minutes, and the forecast can change. But I'll tell you, that is one of the reasons why Jay wanted to play at 2:00, right? Because they have the round robin. So he wanted to play the first game to make sure they got their game in. So if there is a rain delay, they still get to play it. Anyway, I don't know. I don't know what the forecast. Let's wait to see closer to Friday to see what the weather looks like. But I mean, it's showing 40% chance of rain on Friday, so we'll see. Bearded Dragon, Bama fans, and just by the way, like I know LSU will wait as long as possible to make a call. I mean, it's just what we've seen over the years, and that's their standard protocol. So, like, I wouldn't expect anything until, you know, Thursday night or Friday. Um, Bearded Dragon Bama fans aren't used to struggling. They're in for a reality check. I used to work for a man from Tuscaloosa. I heard him every week, but not a peep since Saban retired. It's so true, man. And I'll reiterate this, and I'm going to say it plenty of times. I'm not telling you that Bama is going to fall into the depths of irrelevance. Like, I'm not telling you Bama's program is going to. I'm not telling you they're going 6-6. That's not what I'm saying. I'm just telling you the days of Alabama being the dominant force, where over 17 years they lose a total of 18 league games. That's done. Bama taking a Sharpie and putting themselves in the playoff for the New Year Six every year, that's done. I think they're still going to be very good, but very good like what LSU was with Les Miles after Nick left, where, you know, you won an average of 9 games a year for more than a decade, and you won a championship and you played for another, and by most anybody's standards, that's really good. But you had some 8-win seasons, 9-win seasons mixed in there, and some head-scratching losses, and that's what they're destined for now. They're just not gonna be the monolith that they were, the immovable object. Cliff Nelson, man, I made a post in college football group about how Bama waited for the 30-day window to close before announcing the Grub hiring. All of a sudden, I'm obsessed. Bama is burning. Hey, man, um, they are all up in their feelings, bro. I mean, they are all up in their feelings about this thing. So, YouTube, please smash the like button. Subscribe to the channel, Facebook. Please like the Matt Moscona page, share the post. As always, shout out to Brock, Baton Rouge Orthopedic Clinic. If you need an orthopedist, go to Brock. Remember, the after hours clinic open nights and weekends as an alternative to the ER. So if you find yourself in need of a doctor, get on over to Brock, any of their 6 locations in the greater Baton Rouge area, including their Hammond location. So shout out to Tangipahoa Parish. Again, you got to say it really quick so they don't know if you're pronouncing the A on the end or not. JB Johnson, completely agree with your take on the LSU men. This year was about seeing improvement. Making the tournament was never an expectation. On the other hand, the women should handle business today. Yes, I agree. Um, I would love to see the men's basketball team either win their last 5 or win 4 of their last 5 and find a way into the NIT. I think that would be a great season considering uh, what you were a year ago. It would definitely show progress within the program and excitement toward next year where you're bringing in 2 top 50 recruits and you got a shot to be more competitive. Um, GameCube man, JB Johnson. Good morning, y'all. Make defense great again. Morning, Matt. The wife and I had dinner with a buddy and his wife last night. He used to coach Connor Griffin's travel team. Said there's a 99.9% chance he goes straight to MLB. He's also biased. Oh, MSU alum. Got it. Said everything people say. Great kid, Harper like talent. Yeah, that's. I mean, so for those that don't know, Connor Griffin, we talked about it a little bit yesterday. So Connor Griffin is the number 1 player in the country for next year, and he's from Mississippi. He's an LSU commit, and he has kind of been described as that the generational talent, right? The Mike Trout, the Bryce Harper, the um, uh, of course, I'm trying to think of a blank. From the Rangers, who's the number 1 pick. He went to rehab and then came back. I'm blanking anyway. One of y'all say it. I can picture the guy. Um, Why am I blinking? Whatever. Anyway, that was for you, Tremaine. Um, Josh Donaldson. That's what I was thinking of. No, not Josh Donaldson. Oh, who am I thinking of? Help me, y'all. Help me. Somebody put that guy's name that I'm thinking of. Josh Hamilton. Josh Donaldson. Josh Hamilton. There it is, Josh Hamilton. Oh my God, why was my brain not working? I was like thinking, I'm like, it's not Donaldson. Why can't I remember the names? Hamilton, Josh Hamilton. Anyway, okay. Um, oh look, I can put your comments on the screen. That's cool. Oh look, Lance Hill position. Oh, that's cool. Josh Hamilton is who I was thinking of. Okay. Um, oh, I like this. Do y'all want me to put your comments on the screen? Oh, I could do this. This would be fun. Hang on. James Avery, what's up? All right, Michael Lane Spazzali. I feel the same way about Mardi Gras. That said, Bacchus is my 7 years first parade ever. Should be interesting. Good luck. Y'all enjoy it. Lance Hill, what's up? How about this one? Mac 34. Hope Clyde could somehow get a touchdown today. That would be awesome. I'd be very much for it. Chris P, what's up? Um, Ryan Stadler, Matt, since we brought it up, what do you realistically think long term for Bama? What is this guy's real success line? I guess it's success like. So I mean, I think it's just what I just said. I think Kalen DeBoer is a really good coach. I think Bama has incredible resources and great history. Um, so he will continue to recruit, and I think he's a good coach and will win games. I think in a 16 team playoff, it's plausible to think you should be in it if you're Bama. Um, but the thought that they're going to win, that DeBoer is going to win 6 titles, I think it's, could Kalen DeBoer win 1 during his time in Bama? DA, Matt, I'm an LSU baseball fan. Don't understand strategies in baseball like I do in football. So, what is the strategy of having all the left-handed pitchers on the roster? Um, I don't know necessarily that's intentional. I mean, LSU's got, I think, a dozen lefties on the roster. I think sometimes that's just the way it falls. But what you want to have, and there's 2 things to keep in mind. One is situationally, right? You want to have situational you want to have situational pitching for any circumstance. And then there's a guy like Cam Johnson, right? So you recruit Cam Johnson without any realistic expectation of getting him to campus because he's a 6'4" lefty that throws 100, but he shows up. So now you have another left-hander, right? But you recruit that guy, and you're lucky that you got him to campus. Um, Justin Lohr is a lefty from Xavier who's got a lot of experience and can probably be a back end of the bullpen guy. Great. Um, Gage Jump was one of the best starting pitchers in the portal. He just happens to be a lefty. So I think there's some of that. I don't think it's necessarily that strategy. The other thing I will tell you though is keep in mind that the rosters are still expanded to 40 this year. Like the NCAA allowed another exception year with COVID and all the stuff. So the college baseball rosters are 40. And because you have 40-man rosters, you have more you can have a surplus at positions. You could have luxury players on your roster. And I think all the left-handed pitching might be part of that. Chance Babin. So Bob Diaco is now senior defensive analyst. Good idea to have someone familiar with the team. Yeah, uh they moved Diaco back into an off-field role. So he was off-field, if you remember, and then when Jimmy Lindsey got sick, they moved John Jancic from outside linebackers to defensive line. They moved Bob Diaco to coach Jack linebackers and special teams. And so they kept Diaco on staff just in an off-field role. Bearded Dragon. Saints bring in younger coaches now need to get younger players. That's very much true. We could like that's I think that is my general thesis, man. I talked about this um on AFR on Friday, where yes, I like sorry, I hit that. Robert Brantley, what's up? Um uh, I like what they're the direction, the very intentional direction they're going with their coaching staff, getting younger and going with the Shanahan McVay tree. But um I also look at the offense and realize that they need help at every position. I think Derek Carr is an average at best quarterback. Um, Kamara's pushing 30. Michael Thomas is likely done in New Orleans. Ramchick is nearing the end of his career, is battling injuries. Cesar Ruiz has always been a bottom of the barrel starter. Same with Andrews Pete, who's likely done now in New Orleans. James Hurst was never supposed to be a starter for you. You signed him as a swing guy to replace Sinio Kelmete. Um, you got to get a lot better talent on offense as well. Mojo, good morning, Matt. Are you worried about the men's basketball team? Is McMahon the man to bring us back to respectability? Absolutely. And I'll just continue to reiterate the thing I've said over and over and over and over and over again. You've got to remember what Matt McMahon inherited. This is so hard for people to do, but you've got to remember what he inherited. Okay, he inherited a program that had the threat of NCAA sanctions looming. Okay, that they did not know if there was going to be scholarship restrictions, a postseason ban. Wade gets fired. McMahon comes in, and within 2 weeks, there were no scholarship players on the roster. Within 2 weeks, he had no scholarship players. So he had a heck of a rebuild just to field a team last year. So last year, nobody likes to hear this, but last year is a punt. You just don't even count it. I mean, it counts in the record books and all that stuff. I get it, but like you should not in any way be judged by that. Um, so um, and remember, that's also why they signed Matt McMahon to a 7-year contract. Nobody gets a 7-year contract. But LSU had to do that because it's the only way you were going to get a coach to take that job considering the circumstances. So anyway, Matt McMahon is a really good basketball coach. And the question is getting players. And like I said just a bit ago, he's got 2 top 50 guys in the country coming in for next year. So give him time. Eric Bertrand, Ryan, what do you think Kayshon Booty's bet line is tonight? Peter Adams, Milton Borrell, Lance Hill, Baby Bobby, good morning. Milton said, I'm a guitarist, Matt. I see you've got one in the background. What's your level of expertise? Well, Milton, I used to be a lot better when I would play every day, but you get how it goes, man. Drew came along and life goes on, and I don't get to play as much as I once did, but I can pick it up and strum. And if you gave me chord progressions or whatever, I mean, I could play almost anything with open chords. Of course, you want to start getting into more intricate bar chords and solos and stuff. It's going to be a little more challenging without practice, but I love to play. I just don't play as much. Stephen Oob, what's up? JV Johnson, new feature of Morning Scone unlocked. Excuse me. JV Johnson, new feature of Morning Scone unlocked. I do like that. It shows you it's from YouTube, says your name, and you all can read the comments along with me. Robert Mason Mack got a new toy. Oh, that's good. David Bass. Morning, Matt. What's your percentage on LSU football winning the SEC this year? Remember, you have no divisions anymore, so it's just the top 2 teams that'll go to Atlanta. Um, I think there's tons of reason to still have Georgia there, and, if Ole Miss doesn't get there this year, it's probably never gonna happen for them. This is their team, and not look, follow me here. Follow their schedule, okay? So this is Ole Miss's schedule for 2024. So keep in mind, all the players they have back, everything they got in the portal, all that jazz. Here's their schedule: Furman, Middle Tennessee, at Wake Forest. So their Power 5 non-conference is at Wake Forest. Home against Georgia Southern, home against Kentucky, at South Carolina, at LSU. Open date, home against Oklahoma, at Arkansas, home against Georgia, at Florida, home against Mississippi State. So, I'm sorry, and then Georgia, then an open date, their second open date, then at Florida, then home against Mississippi State. So their 2 toughest games, at LSU, home against Georgia. And they're gonna be favored in Baton Rouge, by the way. I hate to tell you all that, but they're gonna be favored in Baton Rouge. They're gonna be undefeated and favored in Baton Rouge. If Ole Miss doesn't get there this year, um, it may never happen for them, which wouldn't actually break my heart or anything. Hey, look, there's my dad, pulling for the Chiefs. Me too, Dad. Me too. Thad Landry, Jared Esprit, Cortland Jacob, said, I saw someone say Wade inherited a worse roster than McMahon. You can't get worse than 0. Wade definitely did not inherit a worse roster than McMahon. Wade did inherit an awful situation from Johnny Jones where they had the worst year in 50 years. They won two league games, and then McMahon did that in year 1. Wade's first year was a lot like this year for Matt McMahon. Wade's first year was like McMahon's second year. Remember, Wade went out that first year, and he went and got a bunch of transfers. Who's the kid he got from Florida Atlantic? Remember Jeremy Combs? Hang on, now I'm interested. I want to go look up this roster now. Now my interest is peaked to try to remember these guys' names. I think he had Carmouche. He got Tremont, of course, which was the big one, which kept them respectable. Let's see, that was the 17 season. Oh my God. So they signed Brandon Sampson. So Duop Reith, they brought in Brandon Rochelle. Tremont Waters was a freshman. Skyler was a sophomore on that team. They brought in Daryl Edwards, Cavell Bigby Williams, who didn't play, if you remember that year. Jeremy Combs, Randy Onwuser is who I was thinking of from Florida Atlantic. Man, Aaron Epps, Mine Kier, Wade Sims. That was a rough year. But even still, Brandon Sampson was a highly regarded guy. Tremont Waters was a highly regarded guy. You had Skyler and Wade back. Hey, bud. Come say hi to Dad's show. Yes, come say hi. Huh? You're not in, babe. It goes to the shelf. Wait, come say hi to Dad's show. Oh. Well, good morning. You slept so late. Oh. Still. What do you see in there? What? Huh? Hey, who came to Drew's house last night? Who came to Drew's house last night? Hershey. Who else? Who else?
Papa.
Papa, and who else? Uncle Jeff. Mm-hmm. Did you play with Hershey last night?
Yes.
Yeah. Did you love playing with Hershey?
Yes.
Yes. Hey, what are you going to do today? After church, where's Daddy and Drew going to go? Huh?
No.
To the mall. Yep. We going to ride elevators?
Yes.
Where else are we going to go?
No.
Huh?
No. No.
I guess you're done now. Okay.
Yeah.
That's his service time, I guess. Okay. Erica, we doing Ask E-Rock? You're not, I swear to you. Pull up a chair over here. Erica, I swear I will move the camera even farther, but I swear to you, you're not going to be on camera. On our love. If you say on our love, then that means like you can't lie on our love in this family, in Erica's family. You can't lie on our love. Okay. I'm really excited actually for Ask E-Rock today. I'm really excited for Ask E-Rock because I get to break out something else for Ask E-Rock. I get to break out for Ask E-Rock. I get to break that out. We'll come back to it though. As always, shout out to Brock, the Baton Rouge Orthopedic Clinic. They're the best. You know orthopedics, go to Brock, the Baton Rouge Orthopedic Clinic. Of course, Hudco Roofing, HudcoRoofing.com. Do business with someone you know, Hudco Roofing, HudcoRoofing.com. Restored Motions, RestoredMotions.com. And ProCharge EV, ProChargeEV.com. Okay, back to the comments, y'all. Get your Ask E-Rock questions in. I'm assuming you'll want some Ask E-Rocks. Good, so get some Ask E-Rocks in. Fire away. You know the drill. Where am I? Let's see. JB Johnson, in terms of what McMahon inherited, kind of similar to the dumpster fire Brian Kelly walked into, rebuild for the men will just require some patience from the fan base. I do compare it more, like, I would compare what Brian Kelly inherited more to what Will Wade inherited. Remember, like, this is where it's not what and what because of sports, because of the different sports, I mean. Like, within 2 weeks, Matt McMahon had no players. Zero. Like, let that resonate. Within 2 weeks of getting the job, he had 0 scholarship players. It wasn't, that first year wasn't about building culture and good habits and all that sort of stuff. It was literally about finding 13 scholarship players. Like, anyway. Cortland, that's why I see the Ole Miss game as maybe the biggest game for LSU. Want to keep them out of the playoffs. Even if, look, Cortland, even if Ole Miss loses to LSU and to Georgia, and they go 10-2, they're still in the playoff. They're in the playoff at 10-2. So it would take for Lane Kiffin and Ole Miss this year a pretty significant collapse for them not to make the playoffs. Like, because of who they have coming back and the schedule they face, that it's why they're all in. I mean, I know we've mentioned this before, but that is the approach at Ole Miss. It's why they've gone all in on this season. It's why they went all in on this portal class. Losing Quinshon Judkins certainly hurts them, but when you look at everything they have coming back and the transfers that they added against the schedule they play, it's why they're going to be a preseason top 10 team and why they should be a playoff team. I mean, it doesn't mean they're going to win the playoff. It just means like it'll be really surprising if they're not. Trivia Carter, good morning. By the way, that's trivia. I can't help it. Look at that. in his would that be your blues trivia in his Marine uh formal, like what would we call that? And I've never even noticed your picture that closely, but that's awesome. That's awesome. Formerly Cajun Marine, formerly FSU is my daddy. Now I can't help it. Why do you call it? Why did you put I can't help it trivia? I'm curious. Adrian Bailey, Matt, do you think they will ever pay the players out of TV contracts revenue? Yes. And I think that'll happen as soon as 2025. Um, I'll tell you this. Well, again, I know this for a fact. I know this for a fact. Like I have no problem saying this at all. That there are college athletic departments that are already starting to budget for what they feel is the inevitability of a revenue share with their student athletes as early as 2025. So they're starting to get their ducks in a row for that. I, I'm not telling you that it will happen in 2025. I'm telling you they're preparing for that possibility as early as 2025, where there will be mandated revenue share with student athletes. And that's for me, if when we ever go down that road, that's going to be the really big um that's going to be the really big um challenge, because that's going to be the seismic shift. Because if you start taking revenue away from, if you start taking athletic department revenue and giving it to student athletes, and remember, Title IX, you have to, whatever you give to male athletes, you have to give to your female athletes equally. So if you start taking that revenue away, well, now you're taking away revenue that's gone toward other expenses. So what is that? Is that coaches' salaries? Is that travel? Like instead of flying private, now you're going to be on Southwest instead of, or busing, instead of staying at the Hilton, you're staying at the Holiday Inn. Um, does that mean uh, you cut sports? And I think that is what's going to happen eventually, is they will end up cutting sports. Some of the non-revenue sports will get cut. And the first ones that are going to get cut are men's sports because of Title IX. Because you're not getting rid of football or men's basketball. So if you have 85 scholarship players in football and 13 scholarship players in men's basketball, and then baseball with 11.7, let's see, that's 85, 95, 98, 108, 109.7, 109.7 scholarships for men's sports, those three. I mean, you may not have any other men's sports other than those three. Jim Arsenault, good morning. Let's see, JB, maybe a silly question. Do you think we'll eventually see bowl games cease to exist with the college football playoff expansion? Understand it's about the money, but the games are irrelevant and top players opt out. Nope. I'll explain this again, too. It's a good question, but remember, bowl games have always been irrelevant. They've sold us a bill of goods over the years that they matter and pride and go out with whatever. It's a reward. Bowl games have never mattered. Bowl games have always been a revenue generator. And as long as you have a sponsor and a TV network willing to air it, you'll have bowl games, because that's how they make money. Yeah, ticket sales, but sponsor and a TV network. And you know this, what's the only thing that generates a live audience on TV anymore? Sports. It's sports and the Grammys or the Oscars. It's the only thing people watch live on TV anymore. Everything is on demand content. So so there will always be an appeal for the networks, ESPN, Fox, NBC, whatever, for live sports. That's why they keep paying out the wazoo for all these contracts. So as long as TV networks are going to put the games on TV, which they will, as long as they're on TV, you'll be able to get sponsors, which sponsors will pay, and they'll make money. So bowl games aren't going anywhere. Gabe Daigle. Morning, Matt. Why hating on the 49ers? Because I'm a Saints fan, Gabe. I'm a Saints fan. I'm a Saints fan who remembers the old NFC West when the Saints and the Niners were in the same division, and watched the Saints, even when they were good, lose to Joe Montana and that crew. during the late 80s, early 90s. And I hate the 49ers the same way I hate the Atlanta Falcons and Tampa and Carolina and your division rivals. I hate the 49ers. Always have, always will. I want nothing but bad things for San Francisco. It wouldn't matter who they were playing today. I'll never cheer for San Francisco in any circumstance other than it directly benefiting New Orleans. If you told me the Saints will benefit by the Niners winning, meaning the Niners need to beat Atlanta and the Saints win the division, cool. I'll cheer against Atlanta in that situation. But I hate San Francisco, not the city. San Francisco in the Bay Area is wonderful. We've visited several times. Napa is awesome. I love that area. I'd love to retire in Sausalito. I've said that. But the San Francisco 49ers, no, I hate them. Always have, always will. That'll never change. And I want nothing but bad things for them. I hope Kansas City, this is my emotional fan part of it. I want Kansas City to dump truck San Francisco. I want Brock Purdy to have the most embarrassing day of his life today. And I want Kansas City to win 55-2. And the 2 is just a safety at the end while Kansas City's running out the clock, so they just run out the back of the end zone. That's what I want to see happen today. All right. All right. Appreciate all the Drew shout outs there. Here's Make Defense Great Again for Ask E-Rock. Let's get it. Let's get some Ask E-Rock going here. David Hawes, Gamoggan, Drew and Matt. The new setup is sick. Ask E-Rock home run. Let's go. Bearded Dragon, Matt, you're an amazing father. Thank you very much. Best job in the world. Super fortunate that to have Drew as my little boy. Best job in the world. All right, we ready? We ready? I need to get an Ask E-Rock theme song. And I need to get a microphone for her. I need to get a second microphone that I can plug in. This has 4 mic inputs on this board. I wish I had a Bluetooth. Do I have a Bluetooth setting on this? That would be cool if I did. No Bluetooth setting here. Eric and I will have to share this microphone. I'll just put it between us. All right. Get your Ask E-Rock questions in. Start lining them up. And I'll answer the other ones in the meantime till Ole Rock comes over here. As always, shout out to Brock. Morning Scone, brought to you by Brock. Wait, where is it? Morning Scone, presented by Brock, the Baton Rouge Orthopedic Clinic, with 6 locations across the greater Baton Rouge area, including the Hammond location. So, shout out to our friends in Tangipahoa Parish. Remember, say it fast so they can't tell if you're saying the A on the end or not. And Hudco Roofing, HudcoRoofing.com. Do business with someone you know. Hudco Roofing and HudcoRoofing.com. All right, we're back here after that short interlude. We appreciate you for being here. I'm trying to stall until she gets here. All right, I'm logging all of your Ask E-Rock, so please keep them coming. Brett DeGroat said Ole Miss is going 9-3. Blue book it. Okay, where's the other loss? I mean, they certainly could falter somewhere in the game that they should win. Dress Blues. Got it. Yes. Trivia said, that's me and my Dress Blue Bravo. I can't help it. It's from Ric Flair's promo. Okay. Murder Giraffe. Good morning. That is that's a giraffe with a knife. I never knew what that picture was. I can see it larger now. Barry Day, good morning. Appreciate you for being there, Barry. Happy day to you. Look at that. Friends of our friends over at Mockler. The official beer. Bud Light, the official beer of AFR. Bud Light, the official beer of UFC. Got to watch some UFC fights last night and a sponsor of Super Bowl 58. Big week this week with Trump coming out lobbying for the Bud brands. Not political, not making this a political show. but y'all know I love the Mockler people, and they've been great to me, and they've been great to our community. And mostly, I'm hoping for bounce back because there are rice farmers in Louisiana and Arkansas. People don't know this. Man, the people that were hurt so much by that, like the primary crop yield for Bud Light and for Anheuser-Busch, the rice is from rice farms in Louisiana and Arkansas, southern Arkansas. So a lot of those farmers were hurt. A glass plant in North Louisiana shut down. Anyway, over what? Selective outrage. It annoys me. Anyway. Let's see. Michael said, will any of the other programs survive outside of baseball and basketball, especially with Title IX? That's kind of the point, right? Whenever you start doing a revenue share, and I'd have to put pen to paper to see where the scholarship distribution would go, but it's hard to imagine it because everything else is a money loser. So you would end up cutting expenses, and there's no greater expenses than fielding sports that lose you money. Paying coaches, paying scholarships, paying travel, paying for equipment, training, all that sort of stuff. I mean, I think that is the inevitability is you will see if/when major college moves to a revenue sharing model with their student athletes, you will see sports cut. That is the inevitability. David Hawes, Matt, are you aware of any female sport at any school which generates net income? Yeah, I know UConn, Tennessee used to, but UConn women's basketball in Tennessee make money. That's probably it. I know it blows people's minds when you see gymnastics losing money, but because they pack out the PMAC, but keep in mind the tickets are expensive and you only have 6 home meets. So you don't have enough of a revenue generating opportunity to offset all of the costs that you have of scholarships, travel, all the equipment, everything that goes into it. Because that's the thing that a lot of people probably don't think of is the scholarships for student athletes are not deferred. Those are paid. So it's just the athletic department pays the scholarship to the university. It's not just oh, you're on scholarship, so that's deferred. Someone has to pay that money to the university, and so the athletic department pays for the scholarships. So that's a huge expense. It's probably the biggest expense that people don't consider. I mean, if it's a $20,000-$30,000 scholarship, whatever it is, I mean, just in football alone, you've got 85 of them. You're talking millions of dollars, right? Cortland, baseball will be on the chopping block. It's 30 males that they won't revenue share with, and most schools don't care about baseball. It would save the most money. Not exactly, Cortland. So at some schools, yes. I agree. At some schools, yes. But keep in mind, baseball is only 11.7 scholarships. So it's not as big of an expense, especially at major programs where they figured out ways to generate more revenue. And so they either break even or lose money. Like LSU baseball, I think makes you ready? All right, I'm going to move the camera even farther. So you don't have to worry at all. You are not anywhere close. I mean, the camera is here at my microphone. You are not even close, I promise. Oh. See right here. See right here. You are not close. I promise you. I'm just getting you closer to the microphone.
Okay, I'm good. It's perfect. It's close enough.
Can y'all hear her?
Morning.
I don't know if I can hear you, babe.
Well.
Okay, can y'all hear E-Rock?
Good morning.
Okay, I need to show you something though.
What?
It's time for Ask E-Rock. You may have to pull up the stream on YouTube or Facebook, either way. See what I did?
Hang on.
All right, Erica's here
Good morning.
on Super Bowl Sunday.
Oh, you have the pink. Oh, cute.
And it says Ask E-Rock on the bottom. You see it
Cute.
scrolling?
But you typed my name wrong. But Erica's here and it spelled it wrong.
Huh? It just says Ask E-Rock.
Oh, I have captions on mine and it's spelling my name wrong.
Oh, well, that's just captions.
Oh, why is that on?
Are you on Facebook?
Yeah.
We'll turn the captions off.
How you do that? I don't know how to do that.
Okay. Here we go. Read rule. Ask E-Rock. Canes or Chick-fil-A?
Chick-fil-A. Sorry.
Why? I think Chick-fil-A is so overrated. The food is overrated.
Okay, I like the Cane's sauce, which is weird. That actually like that. I like the Cane's fry. I don't like the Cane's chicken. You know, like everything cooked
It's
really well. I want it cooked more. I want it cooked like extra done. I want the chicken cooked more. That's my thing.
Barry Jocelyn, yo, Matt, let's have a fun Super Bowl day. Whoop, whoop. How about Michael Clark, who said, Ask E-Rock, favorite Super Bowl food?
Dips. I like dips.
She likes dips.
I like dips.
David Hawes, Ask E-Rock, how have you decorated for Super Bowl?
No decorations. I'm being left high and dry today. Matt Scone.
Don Juan Cigar Bar. See y'all at Don Juan today, by the way. Please come hang out.
Both my sisters are out at Disney. My mom's at Disney. One of my best friends, who's a huge Taylor Chiefs fan, is on a cruise. So I'm really left high and dry. So me and Drew and my dad are going to go watch it at my dad's house. So there's no decorations.
Yes.
Very bummed. I would have had the cutest party too.
Oh, so disappointing. Let's see. Make defense great again. Ask E-Rock, what are the chances Travis proposes to Taylor?
None.
If they win?
That's so
also
silly.
Would you cry if that were to happen?
Yeah, I definitely would cry. I've been crying at all the Super Bowl stuff. There's some great commercials. Mark my word. Cetaphil commercial is a tearjerker. I've watched it 10 times and I was crying at the nail place yesterday watching it. Luis was like, "Are you okay?" I'm like, "I'm fine. It's a commercial I'm watching." No, I will cry at that, but he's not going to propose. That's silly. I don't think that's happening. Everybody keeps talking about that. That's not going to happen.
Now get your questions in for Ask E-Rock.
But I would cry.
The Bearded Dragon, Ask E-Rock, favorite season, winter, summer, fall, or spring?
Well, fall they're fun for different reasons. I love summer because I love the pool. I love to get tan. I love to be, but I don't like summer if I'm not like in the pool. I don't like sweating. And Drew's birthday, all of our birthdays are in the summer, so that's fun. I don't work during the summer much, so that's fun. So I like the summer, but then I like the fall because of football, but then it takes you away from me all the time. So I don't like that. And I love winter because of Christmas. But it's very hectic and busy. So I don't know. I don't like spring. I'm okay without spring. No spring. The other three are tied.
Spring, we got Easter, we got crawfish boils, we got baseball.
Spring is last. Spring is last place.
Oh, man.
But then the other three tie.
Make defense great again. Ask E-Rock, are you going to Don Juan or watching the game with your Swifty friends?
Well, my Swifty friend, singular, is on a cruise right now. And she sent me the sweetest text. I want to be like you're the only person I want to watch the game with in the world, and I'm going to be on. I'm not. However, no, I'm not going to Don Juan.
Scoot your chair just a little closer. I promise you, you're not on. I promise
I feel like I'm louder now than I ever am.
No, you're good. I'm just trying to get you closer to the mic. That's all.
I'm not going to Don Juan because I don't want the only person to keep Drew would be my dad, and I don't want him to have to watch Drew during the Super Bowl by himself. That's not fun. I mean, believe me.
Oh, Ryan asked me if
Drew's not fun.
Ryan asked me if I wanted to go. Drew's very fun. I love Drew.
Not while you're trying. While you're trying to watch a Super Bowl, Matt.
Ryan asked me if I wanted to go to Orpheus tomorrow in New Orleans and going to balcony. You want to come? They invited all of us.
Yeah. All of us meaning who?
Yeah, you, me, and Drew.
You wanted Drew to do that? I mean, your definition of Drew's fun and my definition of Drew's fun to be with at our house. when you take him places, it's a lot. It's a lot. It's a lot. Like, I'm going to imagine how much of the Super Bowl I'm actually going to get to watch today with him and my dad, and it's going to be very minimal. LSU games, I never watch a play of the LSU games. He's just demanding. He demands my attention. He demands my time. And so, yeah, I mean, that kind of stuff with him it's fun to be at home with Drew.
Randall Albrecht, I'll never forget my first Saints game in the Dome. I was 6 years old. Steve Young, Jerry Rice put up 40 the first half. We left at halftime. That's about right. Bearded Dragon. Saints fans hating Niners are like Tiger fans hating Bama. Respect their success, but lots of it against us, so hate is warranted, like everyone hates their rivals. Boom. Make defense great again. Ask E-Rock. Theme song, Taylor Swift, Calm Down.
For who? For me?
Oh no, he was saying the Ask E-Rock theme song can be Taylor Swift, You Need to Calm Down.
No.
What should it be? Oh, Lover, huh?
That's too slow. I don't know, but
22.
Enchanted.
Well, that's slow too.
It gets faster.
Erica does love Enchanted. You want to sing it?
No. My voice
is
is not warmed up.
Oh, it's not warmed up yet.
It's not warmed up. See, I'm still kind of scratchy.
Oh yeah.
I don't want to.
People like that.
Yeah, I know.
Let's see. Chance Babin, you should hate the Rams twice as much. Former NFC divisional rival, worst cheat ever. I do hate the Rams also. The interesting thing, though, is the Rams, when they were in the division, were never any good. They were the same old sorry bleep Rams. So it's almost like, kind of like Carolina, but Carolina's been a little better. But the Rams were never any good. Rams were never any good when they were in the division. Trivia Carter.
Good morning, Trivia.
E-Rock's theme should be 21 Questions by 50 Cent.
Oh, yeah, I like that. And I'm a true gangster.
Joseph Bagger, good morning. Wearing my Joe Horn t-shirt today. Hopefully the Saints will be back here Sunday, not too far away. Reaper 08 said, Matt, where are you watching the game? T-Bob and I will be at Don Juan Cigar Bar. So we invite anybody to come out to Don Juan today. We will be doing a whiskey and wine companion show. So not a post game, a companion. So it's basically a hangout. We'll fire up the live stream during the game, and we'll just be hanging out at Don Juan. So y'all come hang out with us at Don Juan, or if you can't be at Don Juan, then join us on the live stream on the 104.5 ESPN YouTube or Facebook. Chris P. Matt, 80 to minus 40. I want the 49ers to go negative. I'm with you. Erica, we're all cheering for the Chiefs today.
Awesome.
Robert Potts, ask E-Rock family question.
Okay.
What are life goals for Drew? What is expectation for what he'll be able to do as an adult? Love how y'all do family. Awesome to watch. Very kind. Thank you, Robert. Well, I always say she might cry.
Robert, I can't answer that question.
But I always say
not to let me answer.
I will never put limitations on Drew and what the expectation can or will be for him. So our commitment is we will always give him everything he needs to be the best version of himself he could possibly be. And so we're gonna love him forever and ever and ever, and make sure that he has all the doctors and therapists and everything that he needs to be whatever, like any parent, right? The best version of himself he can be, whatever that means. So I think we've learned over time, you just go one day at a time. As cliche as that is, it's true. It's like, what's our victories for today? And just keep going. Read rule, ask E-Rock. Coin toss prop bet. Heads or tails?
Oh, I'm so bad at that.
Do you want to bet?
On the coin toss? No, I'd rather bet on something fun.
But it's just there. Boom, you win or lose. Boom, right there from jump. Heads or tails?
Oh, how much is your payout?
I don't know. Depends what you bet.
I think it's going to be tails. But I don't want to bet that.
Make defense great said, Matt, I don't know why it's so funny. When it's morning scone, you slip up and say, all right, it's AFR. No, it's not. This is morning scone. Makes me chuckle. Did I do that again? Sorry. That's just habit. That's just programming. It's called a reset. And so you do that over and over and over.
It's like whenever people tell me happy birthday, I'm like, happy birthday to you too. And I'm like, but it's not your birthday. Like I do that. It's like you're not thinking.
Russell Doloff said, good morning, E-Rock.
Good morning, Russell.
Bearded Dragon asked E-Rock, why so camera shy?
Oh, because I'm vain and I I only get seen if I have full hair and makeup done, and neither of those are ever done this, on the weekends. I'm up and out of the door by 6:45, fully dressed, full glam every morning for work. So on the weekends, I am not like I like to sleep. I like to not rush into shower, hair dryer, makeup, all that. So, that's why.
Cortland Jacob, revenue sharing won't be with just scholarship athletes, right? Most schools don't make money on baseball. LSU would want to, but if everyone else cuts baseball, LSU won't really have a choice. No, listen, not every school is going to cut baseball. I think you could have some smaller schools that cut baseball. Like, could you see, like VMI, who's coming in this weekend? Could they cut baseball potentially? But then again, they don't have revenue that would warrant sharing other sports.
Can you ask the audience something?
Yeah.
Why do mosquitoes bite my ankles? Oh my God. I have got like both of my ankles are on either side are just like covered in bites and it's killing me
When did you get bit?
all the time. This happens like if I go to the park, right? The mosquitoes are
park.
terrible right now.
I was gonna say, like, I was outside all last night. I didn't get bit at all.
I did. Like I've got a whole new fresh patch on my ankles. And
Well,
like
then you
from the
put
park too.
eradicator's up there.
Yeah, we don't have any out there right now. And then for the park, they're huge. Like I see them, but like why my ankles? Oh my God. Everybody's like, oh, Googled it. They're like, your ankles aren't covered. Well, my hands aren't covered. Like I'm wearing pants. I had on leggings last night. I mean, I guess technically between the gap between my shoe, but they're like, oh my God,
they
they're
got you.
killing me. Yeah, every day this happens. Every single day. I just don't know why are they on my ankles?
Okay.
Sorry.
No, you're good. Bubba Tatum, good morning from Disney World with Have the Coon Asses from the Boot.
Yeah.
Better win Dad of the Year since I'm not going to be able to sit and watch the game tonight.
Oh, sorry. I know my sisters are there. My nieces are there. They look like they're having so much fun. My mom's there.
Reaper 08 asked D-Rock, brownies or chocolate chip cookies?
Chocolate chip cookies. Well, I make delicious brownies. Brownie bites, actually. So I won Matt over. Remember, I won you over with those. No.
Oh, sorry.
I won you over with brownie bites. You're supposed to be like, oh yeah, they were so amazing.
Well, that's you won me over with them. I mean, I think the brownie bites were good with the little M&Ms on top. They're really good.
Okay.
Yeah, they're really good.
Okay. But I go chocolate chip cookies.
Ask D-Rock, do you share the same hatred for the 49ers? Are you pulling for anyone in particular tonight?
Okay. I don't hate anybody or anything, first of all. I'm not passionate like that, like Matt is. I'm very kind of passive about most things in life, except for Drew. But no, of course, I'm pulling for the Chiefs 100%. I'm definitely pulling for Kelsey and Mahomes to have magic because when they have magic, then they win.
When they had magic.
Yes. So I'm pulling for, I feel like I'm very loud.
You're not. That's what I have to say.
Okay. You can't hear me without that in?
I can hear the levels.
Oh.
I can hear you, but I'm trying to listen for what they're hearing.
Oh, okay. That's why you wear that? Oh, okay.
Why do you think I wear headphones?
I had no idea. I thought you were trying to block out sound. So yeah, major Chiefs fan. I'll have on it's hot, but I have my Karma 87 sweatshirt for tonight, which is gonna be hot. And then I have my 87 earrings, Kelsey earrings, and I did Kelsey nails yesterday.
Oh, there we go.
Red's kind of out now because Valentine, but I'm done with red. But now I told Luis yesterday, I'm like, I gotta go for the Chiefs. Gotta have red nails for Chiefs.
Luis.
So
The man's name's Luis. You call him Luis.
I feel so bad though. So they were all okay.
He's Vietnamese, so I'm sure like that's just like the American name he goes by. I'm sure it's a Vietnamese name.
Probably, but listen to what I did. Listen to what I did yesterday. So I was in there and all the nail techs wear black shirts. They all wear black shirts. That's what they wear. Black shirts, black or jeans and usually black pants. So yesterday I walk in, they're all wearing red. Yes. No. And so I'm sitting down. So it takes me a while to like compliment the red, but I was like, they probably want people to compliment it because it's different. I noticed it. So I'm thinking of how to say it. So I'm like, I love your red shirts. And he was like, what? I was like, you're all wearing red shirts. I love it. I said, is that for Valentine's Day? And he was like, no, it's for the Lunar New Year in Vietnam. The Lunar New Year started yesterday. So then I felt like such an idiot. And I was like, oh, well, happy Lunar New Year.
I don't think you're the only person that would have made those.
Okay. So I felt so bad. So then I had to ask all about the Lunar New Year to know all about it. And like basically all their families come from like all over the country, all over different countries. They go home. And it's just like a big celebration. It lasts for like 2 weeks. So I learned about the Lunar New Year yesterday after I told them Happy Valentine's Day for wearing red. And then I was like, well, I'm going to do red, but not for the Valentine's or for the Lunar New Year. These for the Chiefs. Anyway.
Cliff Nelson, SD
Good
Rob.
morning, Cliff.
Air Force Ones or Jordans?
I have 3 pair Air Force Ones, and now I like the Jordans. Like the comfort wise, I like the
What
Jordans.
did you get yesterday?
Yesterday, I got some dunks for the first time. Got some dunks, but I need a.
Might have made a trip to Ruckus yesterday.
I hope you're making another trip today, too. So I need to watch a video on how to lace the dunks though, because I want them to be cool. I don't want to lace them like a nerd. But Cliff, hold up, Cliff. You started a trend because now one of the friends that was with us at Don Juan when you wore your Team Drew, those are Jordans, right? He had on because they are on the Velcro.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So our friend Keith, who was with us that night that saw your shoes and helped me take pictures of them, he got some custom dunks. Yeah, dunks. They're like yours. Team Drew. And then another one of my friends saw them and he's like, I'm adding Team Drew to mine. So Cliff, you've totally started. I did it for Matt. Cliff, you started a trend. Right now, there are a total of at least 3 pair of Team Drew customs out there with a 4th in waiting. And for Mother's Day, I want a 5th. So just putting that out there right now, pink and white.
Austin Kipper, SD Rock, what do you get more excited about for the Super Bowl? Game or the commercials?
This year, I'm excited about the game more than the commercials. I'm fired up. I'm all in. I think the Chiefs are going to definitely do it. Brock Purdy, he looks like he's 12. He's not going to do anything out there. Nah, he's too little. So I'm happy for him. You know, he's a long shot. Nobody wanted him on their team, and somebody finally took him. And I'm glad he had success. But there's no way Mahomes and Kelsey are going to lose to that.
Portland, Scone or Grizzly?
Are those Bears? I'm not quite sure.
That's dip.
Definitely not a grizzly bear, huh?
That's dip.
Oh, no, neither. Gross.
David Hall, SD Rock. What would you like for a theme intro? See AFR episode where Usher received his.
Oh, no, I don't know. I definitely feel like a fun Taylor song. I don't know. I don't know which one yet.
That's how Muso got his. Ask D-Rock, Usher fan, any songs you hope to hear?
I love Usher.
I heard Alicia Keys will be there as well.
Nah, I don't think so. I didn't hear that.
It's Usher and Alicia Keys.
Oh, Matt's hall pass is Alicia Keys, by the way, everyone, just in case you needed to know that.
Hall pass.
You said you'd leave me for Alicia Keys.
I do love Alicia Keys.
Yeah. If I was there to say that about Travis Kelce, you'd be getting so angry right now. Oh, yes, you do. Every time you're like, he is not hot. You think he's so ugly and all that. And I'm like, I think he's hot. And you get all aggravated.
I guess I'll look at Kelsey Mama and Kelsey Daddy. And they're not really.
I'm not looking at their parents, Matt.
Look at them like,
I'm not looking at their parents.
the Kelseys.
Yeah, Travis is hot, man. I hate to tell you that. Right now, the beard is driving me crazy. He needs to. That is because that's just a good luck thing. As soon as the Super Bowl win is over, he's shaving that off. Travis Kelce is freaking hot, man. I don't know what world you live in.
I am completely secure in my sexuality that I can acknowledge if I think there's a man that's good looking.
Yeah.
Like I can tell you, like.
But the people you've mentioned in the past that you think would be good looking, I'm like, oh, gross.
Bradley Cooper is a good looking.
Oh yeah, he's way hot.
See,
okay, good for you.
Like Brad Pitt.
He's too much of a pretty boy.
Like Legends of the Fall, Brad Pitt.
Nah.
He's a good looking.
Nah, he's a little. I don't want a little guy. I don't want a little guy. No. Anyway, I love Usher. First of all, I do love him. Yeah. So I'm excited about the halftime show.
Me too. Michael Clark asked Rock, what's today's news?
Today's what?
Gatorade color.
Oh, my dad was talking about that. I'm thinking red for the Chiefs.
Murder Giraffe. Rock. It's going to be tails for Taylor.
I love it. Happy Giraffe. I'll call him Happy Giraffe.
Happy Giraffe. As Rock, would you rather Matt smoke cigarettes or chew dip tobacco?
Ugh, neither. But But he smokes cigars and they stink horribly. I smelled like a big old cigar last night sitting by you. Yuck. All that stuff just stinks. Why do I have to do like if they smelled good? What if they made cigars that smelled like volcano? Got some volcano dry shampoo the other day. Or anything.
Volcano is a scent at the anthropology.
It's the scent, not a scent. It's the scent of
Oh,
anthropology.
sorry.
It's the anthropology scent. If you ever go to anthropology for your wife or girlfriend, it's anthropology is what you're smelling. It's amazing. So if a cigar smelled good, I wouldn't care. I don't care what you smoke. It's not that. I just don't like the stink. Ugh.
Austin said, Erica, do you eat bananas? Certain foods attract mosquitoes.
I don't eat bananas, but they
Bearded
attract.
Dragon said mosquitoes are in the grass. That's the closest place to get.
But I'm not in grass. I'm on the. Well, I guess the golf carts in the.
Christian said mosquitoes are attracted to positive blood types, particularly O plus.
I don't know what I am.
Michael Clark said mosquitoes bite ankles and feet more than other places because of strong odors.
My feet don't stink.
I put a laughing emoji.
My feet do not stink. I do not have stinky feet ever. No, that's not because of that. I definitely have heard it's your blood type.
Angela Perriman said hearing E-Rock better than that with a smiley face. But that's because the microphone is not close.
Well, then move it to you.
It's fine. You should put a smiling face.
Oh, okay.
It's fine. It's good. You moved in. Jimmy James said Adidas Stan Smiths are greater than Nike Dunks.
We're a Nike family here.
Ask E-Rock.
Yes.
Can we please see the Dunks? Curious to know the color scheme.
From yesterday?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll go get them.
Go get them. Run, Erica.
I'm not running.
Run. Go. You're not in the shot. She's like making herself super like small, like getting out the door. Like you're not in the shot. Yes, Drew and I made a ruckus trip yesterday, and Drew got a pair of Air Force Ones, navy and gold. I might have gotten some shoes as well.
These are great neutral spring shades. These are neutral spring shades.
These are the ones I got, Erica.
I like a pale pink and a tan bone color. They'll be very neutral, go with lots of things.
I don't know if you could tell, like that's kind of like a lavender.
No, it's pale pink.
It's like pale pink. They're great though, and that is gray or bone.
Bone
Bone.
and
Bone.
I need to watch a video on how to lace them cool though.
Does Taylor Swift get a touchdown tonight and make the Niners cry?
She's not getting a touchdown. She's not on the field. She's there, so unassuming. Now, Trav did buy a suite for both their families because her brother, his girlfriend, mom, and dad, they're all supposed to be there.
Oh,
So he had to spend over $1 million on
bit of a
there.
flex, huh?
What?
Get
What's a
a suite
flex?
for the Swift family.
Well, you want some deal because Donna said the other day she was saying that she was gonna have to sit in the stands.
Oh my God!
Well, no, I mean she didn't care, but somebody asked her, "Are you getting a suite?" And she's like, "No, suite's over $1 million. I'll be sitting in the stands," and she was fine with it. She wasn't upset about it, but then Trav came through and was like, "Only the best for my girl and her fam."
Well, like, what would I mean? Like, there's Taylor Swift could not go sit in the stands. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it'd be kind of hard.
It would be impossible.
Yeah.
As Rock prop bet, over under 4 times Swift is shown during the game. Is that really the prop bet?
Oh, no,
Over for sure.
Because you know why? Every time Trav does something amazing, they show her for sure, and so he's going to have a great game. So that's why it's going to be over 4.
Randall said, I didn't expect to hear Matt's hot men's list.
Well, you heard it.
I don't know if that's... Well, who else is a hot man? Who's a hot man? I don't know many celebrities.
I don't know. I mean, Bradley Cooper was a good one. That was a good one tonight. Yeah. Athletes. They're all kind of athletes. I would say.
And who else?
I don't know. I don't know.
Okay. Volcano candles are my favorite. E-Rock. That's make defense great again.
Wow, I love that he loves it. You like Volcano though, don't you?
Yeah, it's most fun. Cliff Nelson asked E-Rock, you have to watch one for 3 hours. Baseball or golf?
Golf. I'm joking, Matt. Baseball.
Ask Rock, running or walking?
Walking. For sure.
Joseph Felwell said, does that mean you and Drew are not going to the mall today? We are going to the mall today.
Yeah, you are. Yeah.
Take her to the mall. Murder Drive said Ryan Gosling.
No. He's kind of pretty. I don't like pretty boys. No.
We like
Angry. Angry men. You look so much happier with a hat on. You look so angry, boy. Yeah, you're gonna fight somebody. I don't like that. No, I don't like when you have that face when you look angry. Smile. You have to smile way more when you're bald. You look like you're about to fight somebody at all times, but you put the hat on, you don't look like you're gonna fight somebody. You become happy.
Nola June said, I was watching Musso at the box. He had the baseball painting in the background. I must have known that. So that is courtesy of Chuck Rowe. Chuck is a very talented artist who, and I'll go grab that link. It's Chuck Rowe art. So Chuck did. He's got a really cool one of Dylan Cruz also with the trophy and a cigar. It's very cool. Oh man, here it is. Found it. He's got some really good ones, but Chuck was very nice enough to give one of those to me and to the OTB guys. And so when Musso was doing his podcast, I noticed he just had like a blank wall behind him. I said, "You need to fill that space." And so I was like, "Do you want to put this up?" So I took it out of my office and we put it in the room where he's recording Musso at the box. So it does look really good, except he had it off center. It was like tilted. It's like, man, get a level on that thing. But shout out to Chuck Rowe. It's beautiful. He's got a lot of really good LSU art. If you're interested, I just put the link in the comments. Bengal Tiger, whiskey, wine, or beer. Depends what I'm in the mood for. If I'm having a steak, I want red wine with my steak. I'm sitting out by the fire on a cold night, I want whiskey. If I'm eating crawfish, I want beer. I don't know. Just kind of depends on what the mood is. You have to smile more when you're bald. That sounds discriminatory, Matt.
That's true. I told you that from day one.
Barry Johnson said George Clooney.
Yeah, he's hot. Definitely. Yeah.
This might be the last one.
There's nobody asking questions today.
What are you talking about? We've been doing this for 30 minutes.
Oh, okay.
Better yet, Matt, how about KC taking a knee with 5 minutes left in the game in the red zone? Ole Miss fans should remember.
I don't know what he's talking
Well, in 2011, there was like 6 minutes left in the game. LSU was beating Ole Miss so badly, they just took a knee instead of scoring like 6 minutes to go. All right, I think we're done. Please smash the like button if you're there on YouTube. Subscribe to the channel. Facebook, please like the Matt Moscona page. Share the post. We appreciate y'all for being there as always. We can take the ASCII Rock ticker off now. And whoops. Go ahead and take that comment off. I love that I can put the comments up there now.
Oh, wow. Okay.
That's great. Well, I mean, I could always do it.
Yeah.
Whoops, that's not what I wanted. Okay. I don't know why my name was down there for the ASCII Rock. I don't know. Whatever. Anyway, okay. Thanks so much for watching. Y'all have a magnificent Sunday. I hope all your hopes and dreams come true. Let's go Chiefs.
Go Chiefs. Chiefs Kingdom.
Let's go Chiefs Kingdom. Let's go anti-Niners.
Mahomes.
Go Mahomes.
To Kelsey.
To Kelsey.
How many times are we going to hear that today?
A lot.
Oh, yeah.
A lot.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Travis, he's like, he ain't messing around.
Uncle
you know what?
Travis.
The 49ers started booing him yesterday, and he was like, you know what? I love the cheers, but I love the boos more because I'm going to show you all. Like, so he was like, go ahead and boo me. I like that more. It gives me more fired up. I like that mentality. He was like, come on, haters. Let me show you. So now he's like, I'm going to show y'all. The boos are just firing him up more. 49ers didn't know what they have coming for them today.
Okay.
Brock Purdy's going to be so scared. You know, he's so scared right now.
Terrified.
He's scared. He is
Scared.
so scared.
You know that Brock Purdy won't be on the field at the same time as Kelsey.
Doesn't matter.
Okay.
I know that. But I'm just saying, like, he's not scared of Kelsey. He's scared of, like, the day. He is. Man, look at him. Poor guy. I feel for him.
I feel for him.
He doesn't know what he's getting into.
Oh, we got some more. Murder Giraffe, Pedro Pascal.
Hmm?
Don't know. Ask your better looking Joe Burrow or Sam Hartman.
Excuse me. He's the Notre Dame quarterback. I do know who he is because all the girls on TikTok think he's so hot. And the answer is Burrow. Burrow's got way more swag about him.
Noah Lejeune, will the baseball team go undefeated before SEC?
See, I love this because you think I know nothing about football and things. She's not going to know Sam. I do. And Sam Hartman just cut his hair off.
You know
Dude,
that
I know.
because of TikTok.
Doesn't matter.
It
I
does.
still know. I still know. That's the whole point here. It doesn't matter how I know.
It's like,
I know.
remember that movie, Slumdog Millionaire?
Never
like
saw it.
Slumdog Millionaire.
Never saw.
Like, he doesn't actually. It's just he gets asked the questions. He knows the questions because of out of context things. That's Erica.
Okay, see there, but that doesn't matter. I still know. So I love that. Thank you, whoever asked that about Sam Hartman, because I almost mentioned him earlier about being a hot athlete. He is attractive.
Barry Jocelyn, T, sweet or unsweet?
Sweet for sure. But Splenda, I only like Splenda.
My wife finds funny looking guys attractive. Not sure what that means for me. Erica Noah Lejeune said, "Boo, Chiefs, sick of them."
Oh, Noah. Again,
Hater.
yeah. There's
The
so many
haters
haters.
gonna hate. Right?
Exactly. There's so many haters. And like last night, there was a sweet little TikTok, and it was a dad hanging up like a homemade "Let's Go Chiefs" banner that they made into like a friendship bracelet, and it said "They're haters, and then they're lovers," and like be a lot like don't hate. Like your wife and your daughter like are into it. Like you don't have to hate just to hate.
Yes.
And it was like a really sweet little message.
Sweetness.
However, y'all watch the Cetaphil commercial and tell me you have a dry eye.
I watched it last night, and my eyes were very dry.
You didn't see the ending.
I did when they're sitting on the couch.
Oh.
I saw the.
You use a hose bracelets.
Yeah, the bracelets up.
It's like the sweetest thing.
She's crying. Right
No,
now.
I'm not crying. I'm just thinking about it.
You also cried at the Baton Rouge General commercials around Christmas when the lady decorates. The lady decorates.
Did you watch that TikTok I sent you yesterday? The little girl at her first, she saved up all her money from her lemonade stands to go to that concert. She's like,
she is legit crying over here right now.
this little girl was so excited, and it's like the very first song. She opens with Miss Americana, and you can hear that little girl is just like sobbing, trying to sing, and she is just crying. She's so excited, and I just think that's so wonderful. Like,
She's legit crying over here. Just thinking about it. We're not going to show them the so they can see it. Hang on.
That little girl.
The little girl. Oh, here we go. She is very excited. That's very sweet. As a parent, I would be so happy that my child was that happy about something. Yes.
Right. And that it's like you're experiencing it with her, like the mom's there. It's like
Absolutely.
the sweetest thing. And then the Cetaphil commercial that y'all need to watch. Do you think that's really?
Yeah.
Do you think that's really in the Super Bowl? Like they say it's a Super Bowl commercial. Do you
I'm
think it's
sure.
really-
Yeah.
Okay, that commercial, like y'all have to watch that. It is the sweetest.
There's going to be a
thing.
lot of Swiftie commercials.
It's a teenage girl, and they, of course, they give her like dad gives her the jersey, and it just says 13 on it. It's red. It can't say Chiefs, I'm sure, because whatever reason, Cetaphil's trying to be impartial. But Cetaphil's a face wash company, by the way. It's like facial skin care.
People know what's
Well, I didn't know. Cetaphil's been around forever, so I don't know how many people still use it. Honestly, like it's kind of like not used much anymore. But anyway, so it's like about this relationship between a dad and his teenage daughter, and they're having like hard times, and then.
And then he gives her a Taylor Swift Chiefs jersey, and they watch the game together. and they're besties now. David Hawes had asked E-Rock, what would you like your intro banner that will flash in the morning show before your segment begins?
A cute picture of me and Drew and you, like a cute family photo.
I think we can make that happen. Matt Lusso asked E-Rock, Brock Purdy is to Mahomes as Eli Manning was to Tom Brady.
What does that mean?
Eli Manning beat Tom Brady twice in the Super Bowl.
Oh wow.
So saying is Purdy going to do that to Mahomes?
No way. How old was Tom Brady when Eli did that?
Let's see, they lost. It was 07. So Brady it's about this point in his career that Mahomes is in. Brady was a rookie in. Was Brady a rookie in 2000 or 2001? Oh yeah, so Brady was a rookie in the 2000 season because his last season at Michigan was 99. They played Alabama in the Orange Bowl, and they won it in overtime because Bama's kicker Fluger missed a PAT. Weird. Anyway, so Brady's second year was 01 when they won it. And so then 6 years later would have been the 07 year when they lost. So Brady would have been 7-8 years in his career at that point. So a little bit more established than Mahomes. They'd already won 3.
I'm talking about old. He was old.
No, about 30.
How old's Mahomes?
28, 29 is right there. They're
He's
about the
younger.
same. Yeah, compliment. Noel June said, I don't hate. I just rather spread the wealth and have Super Bowls go to a bunch of different teams. Guess I'm a communist.
I mean, they didn't win.
Take your time over there. You're right.
It was very emotional just now. Like, they don't understand what you live with. Like, that's what you live with.
Murder Giraffes, one of Taylor's producers, has a band called Bleachers. They're really good. I definitely recommend checking them out.
Oh, cool. Okay.
Now I think we're done.
Okay.
All right. Thank you for being there. If you're on YouTube, please smash the like button, subscribe to the channel, Facebook, like the back screen page, share the post. We appreciate you as always for being there. Alex Lightgiver said, Niners may shock the world. That's not news. Something big may happen. This is the energy reading today on this event.
I'm not quite sure.
I don't think they'd shock the world. They're the favorite. I mean, they're the betting favorite. The Niners are the betting favorites to win the game.
Really?
Yeah, they're 2-point favorite.
Oh, so my dad took them? I was dumb. I told my dad that was so stupid.
So stupid. Deputy Ramrod 86.
Matt, these might be too big.
Ask you,
I
Rob,
think these are too big.
are you a Swiftie?
Like, I'll tell you, like right here. These are too big. Yeah, look.
You're not wearing socks.
Don't matter. These are too big. Dogs must run big. Oh man. Yeah, these are big. Okay, sorry, what?
You said, are you a Swiftie?
Me? Yes.
Is the Super Bowl the safest sporting event in the world? Probably the most
yeah.
security out there and all that stuff. Okay, we're done. I gotta go. Shout out to Brock, the Baton Rouge Orthopedic Clinic. If you need orthopedics, go to Brock. Hopefully, you're not going to Brock for a broken heart tonight, E-Rock.
Oh.
Okay. Oh, sure. And Hudco Roofing, HudcoRoofing.com. Restored Motions and ProCharge EV. Y'all have an awesome day. Come hang out with us at Don Juan. If you can't be at Don Juan, watch us on the 104.5 ESPN YouTube or Facebook. We'll be streaming live. Me, T-Bob, Muso, and hopefully a lot of other people. We'll see y'all there. Peace. Deuces.